The motherfucker to end all motherfucker. All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I am Captain Valen. I am Seto in this one, and I am accompanied by the world's greatest motherfuckers.
I am motherfucker number one. My name is Mike. I play Steve, the Furblood Druid.
I am motherfucking number two. My name is Zoe. I play Walden, the Warforged Barbarian.
I am motherfucker number three. I play Jorg, the Goliath Barbarian.
And I am the final motherfucker, the DM of this campaign, A Hills Have Bones, which is a campaign that we've just been discussing, has been running for nearly a year, but not quite. And just to recap a little bit what was happening last week, the gang got together and has been making their way through a desert catacomb. They managed to successfully navigate their way through a little puzzle, and they are currently going down a really long and deep staircase towards multiple doors. The first set of doors on the staircase have two chairs that the guys can see, and the other set of doors are locked and shut. And just to confirm for you, no, sorry, aren't locked and are shut, and the one at the end of the hallway is locked. And just to remind you guys, you successfully managed to find the Crack had a night hag who was haunting his dreams while he was unconscious, and Crack has now just started to regain consciousness. And you were able to stop her from putting a kind of curse upon him and his dreams, which would have allowed her to track him. So yeah, we go back into the game from there.
All right.
Nice.
Okay. Well, it seems like main way to go is forward. We've peeked into these side rooms with the chair, right?
Yes.
But we haven't properly looked in. I guess I'd take a look in to see if there's anything of interest.
Okay. Roll me that perception, please.
Okay. Come on.
So the chairs, I'll just remind you, because I think I did talk about this last week, but it has been a week or two. So the chairs are made of a very similar material to the door. It's a metal-like substance that has kind of archaic styling to it. So it doesn't really appear dwarven or anything like that, but it's kind of got like an ancient kind of Damascus metalness to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Too bad we can't fit one of these chairs in the old bag there. These things look pretty neat. Imagine what you could make out of them.
Well, since I didn't notice anything of interest, I'm not gonna like stick around with them. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, because we've got a person to save. So I'm gonna head down this way. I'm not gonna go super far ahead of everybody, but I'm gonna head down, kind of like down the hallway past these rooms.
That's fair. And Seto will keep up with you with the clone up front, doing yieldy perception checks or traps and foolery alike.
I'm keeping an eye on Crack and other guy because they just had an emotional thing, so I'm just making sure that they're all right.
Yeah. So you perceive no traps.
All right, we're good to go.
This is fine.
Right? Do. And we're gonna open up these doors.
As you're looking after Crack, Luke decides to kind of like go further towards you guys to help back up so that you've got someone like in between the two groups.
Mm-hmm.
and Crack stays with Steve. Jorg, do you advance or do you stay with Steve?
I'm gonna stay with Steve.
Okay. In that case, are you planning to open the side doors or the front door?
Side doors first. I figured
Side doors first.
with
Okay.
Wally gets one and I get the other kind of deal.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you going left or right?
I figured because we're each already on our side. You know what I
Fair
mean?
enough. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. How do you open these doors?
Through my clone.
I'm gonna open it like initially a little slow to peek in, and then if I don't see anything, or if I see an immediate threat, I'm going to push the door wide open. But if not, I'm just gonna open it normal.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is right. Because I feel like you guys are literally trying to open these like with knowledge that are you think no traps.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Right.
say that you're opening these at a relatively similar time, and that you're not like waiting for each other to check and things like that. But you're doing it with caution because you never know.
Right. We know there's
so-
threats in the area.
Yeah. Yes.
Seto less cautious. Once he figures
Seto
there's no
less
trap.
cautious.
Yeah. Once he figures there's
Okay.
no traps, he just kind of, and he's confident because he's going through his clone. It's just that kind of deal. So he's more
Okay.
like kicking doors in, kind of less cautious.
Okay.
Not necessarily kicking doors in. Let's not be a dick.
Okay. Sweet. What I'm gonna say then is, could Walden, as you open the door, first off, could you give me a Constitution save?
Oh, great. Note here. Fire and poison I have resistance to, and I'm immune to disease and magical sleep.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
And as you get, I think, advantage on dexterity checks for like traps and stuff that you can see.
That I can see, yes.
Danger sense. Yeah, you've got danger sense.
But that's dexterity. This is constitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And is it a check or a save?
It's a save.
Okay.
Fuck, I might be done. My clone is.
Wait a second.
Okay. Cool. So I just wanted to check that before describing what happens. So, Seto, your clone, how many hit points does it have? 1. Okay, so your clone goes down. So we'll start there. But Walden, as you open the door, you do so carefully and with some caution. You take a peek inside first. But to do that requires you to open the door at least 3 to 5 inches so that you can see into it a bit,
Right.
if you get what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as you do so, you don't sense it for a second until... Do you remember how you stuck your finger into the fluid to roughly understand its chemical composition?
Yes.
Yeah. So could you give me an investigation check, please?
Sure. Well, only a 5.
Cool. No, I just wanted to see if it would latently kind of activate, and I feel like it wouldn't on that. So
That makes
as you
sense,
open it, yeah, I thought I'd give you the kind of opportunity for that. As you open the door, you notice it's not really affecting you, and then Seto's clone goes down next to you, and you can't really see anything that makes you super suspicious. So you open the door a tiny bit more. And you only do this for probably about 2 or 3 seconds until you realize that down the bottom of this room, there seems to be a form of gas leaking from some barrels. And you immediately then close the door with the context clues of what's happening. But you don't know what the gas is, and you didn't realize until Seto's clone went down. So you do close the door. The gas doesn't reach Seto, but it would have reached you, but you saved.
There is some sort of gas. I may be poisonous. It may be have some other kind of effect, but it is ultimately a negative gas in this room.
Did away with my clone chest with gas. Must have been one of York's farts in a barrel.
George's all the way by me.
That's why they said the farts were in a barrel. It was a
Did he
I just
come
side eye
here
George.
earlier and release the farts into a
all
barrel?
right. Y'all
and
are way
then-
too literal for a joke. I tell you, it's just way to ruin it. Kick it right in the dick. Like trying to tell a joke.
Oh,
about
George,
fucking-
the barrel of farts.
York
I imagine
the
York just
barrel.
didn't even hear the entire
Right?
exchange.
Huh? Somebody need me for something? It's like we got these barrels down here. And anyway, so yeah, all right. I guess where that
And
was-
just to confirm, when your clone opened the door, it didn't have time to shut its door
Mhm.
because you guys were doing it at a similar time. But
Yeah.
you don't notice any negative effects from that door.
all right. And still kind of pulls up the scarf a little bit around his face like he used to wear it before heading back in.
I'll head in with Seto over there because I don't want to open the door to the
I feel
gas
like-
right now.
Now use the little glass on a stick just to get a little look of the area. It's not like enough for a reflection, you know what I mean? But it's just checking to see what's there.
I guess while they're doing that, I'm gonna double check these other rooms because they're just going forward. So
Looking around corners.
I was gonna say, didn't we check these two front rooms first?
Yes,
We
they
did.
had cool metal chairs that we didn't find.
or
anything
they
else.
did. I haven't.
Okay. Okay.
They look like Damascus steel, which is fucking dope.
As you leave Crack's side, Luke does go to his side and
Wait, Crack's not coming.
Crack's gonna stay back just because you guys have already set off one trap, and maybe it's best he stays down.
Well,
there.
I'm staying with Crack. So if Crack's not following me, then I'm just next to Crack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Pope.
Luke can do whatever he's got to do. I'm next to Crack.
No, me,
Okay.
I'm not gonna drink it. Bullshit.
Just to confirm for the people going up into that room, you can see what you expect to see, which is a chest at the bottom of the room.
Ooh,
Okay, then.
all right. Yeah.
Still want coffee?
Yes, please. I would love that.
I'll approach the chest, I guess.
Oh, wait up. I can still do that. I can...
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh, I only put him to the side. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This guy.
Thank you. Yeah, pop them up to open the chest. Well, actually, I have to investigate the room and then the box. So
Okay.
yeah, for traps for the room on the way to the box, and then the box itself.
Okay.
And all right. So what? Give me a look over there. What you're looking for is little pinholes. You see, for like arrows and such. Maybe a rock that looks out of place. You know what I mean? My eyes can't be everywhere, so I'm gonna need a little help on this one. I'm not trying to get blown to shit. For all we know, after all that gas, there's gonna be a big kaboom happening down here.
Certainly could be.
If you could roll me a perception check and an investigation check, 'cause
Ooh.
I feel like you're kind of, you're not just looking around the room like looking. You're like feeling for traps, and you're also kind of looking for signs of what the room could be about. Like you're
Oh,
doing.
yeah,
more
yeah.
than-
Fair,
you know what
fair,
I mean?
fair.
Like you're
I
kind of like a
was-
combination.
Okay. I was trying to RP him like helping me, to get the
Yeah.
help action was the plan. But that's
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, if you want to do that, then that would just be one advantage perception.
all right. Yeah. Then I'll do the perception because that's 4 higher. Come on, dice. Come on, dice. I appreciate that, but okay, I appreciate you. Thank you for listening. You are appreciated. 26.
Okay. So as your echo walks around the room a little bit in front of you, and you kind of double check where it's been. You don't notice any traps in this room, but as your echo gets towards the chest, it senses there could be something like a presence around the chest, and you're not sure what it could be with that perception.
Goof. All right. And that was me getting a 19, so that's the best I can do, pretty much. But that's still really good. There's...
Do you want me to use that magic that I used last week to detect what it may be?
How many
Lord.
times can you do it per short rest?
I don't remember. I had to look.
If it's proficiency, then yes. If not, then it's still really good thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's fucking awesome. I like that.
Yeah, well done for remembering, man.
Let me see.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, I had to do a long rest.
It's once for long rest?
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's okay. Again, well done for remembering.
Yes.
Learning the character is always appreciated greatly. Right, yeah. So, how do you proceed then, Walden and Seto?
So we know there's some sort of trap on here, but we don't know what.
It doesn't
what
feel like a
is.
trap. It feels more like a presence. Like some kind of something down there, you know. But I don't know what it could be, for real. Doesn't seem
Well,
anything down there but a box.
If it's like the puzzle in the room you were in earlier, I don't have a good name for that room, but if it was like that, because that was like connected to like we had to like, you know, because there was the door that had we had to say the name of a god, and then there was stuff, and that doesn't feel like trap stuff. It's like showing devotion. It's like part of the whole process of being here. Not really hostile necessarily. So maybe this is part of that, but like the question is exactly how. And I don't really have a good answer for that. Okay, let me
Because I got to tell you, Wally, piety is not really my strong point here, you know. But
I'm not the most pious individual myself. I'm going to. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna attempt to open it, and see if something happens because I don't really have a better option
Cool.
for that.
Can you just remind me the exact rules of your danger sense?
It's advantage against dex saves that I can see.
Okay, sweet. Right. So as you open the chest, or go to open the chest, I should say, it does seem locked, and nothing really seems to like alert you to anything. But it does seem locked.
Okay.
You could try and smash it, or you could try and ask your faith.
I'm going to move the clone right over to the front of it and hit it with the old tools. Just sleight of hand, really.
Okay. Okay.
Net 20.
You manage to open the lock with not really that much of an issue. Your skillful ways of feeding have come in handy today. And I'm just going to give this to Walden because they were like going to open it in the first place.
Oh, that's fine.
So Walden, as you go to open the chest, now it's unlocked, a spectral hand shuts it again and grips the lock tightly.
May I know who this presence is? Like I said out loud, I was like, hello, who's the presence that is here?
A bony finger from the spectral hand carves into the wooden chest. Leave.
Well, uh,
And to think, I stopped you from giving it the old smashy smash to open. That's what I get for being, congenial like.
well, we don't have to jump to that immediately. Uh, Box, is this your home? Are we intruding?
You see, the wood of the chest seems to mend itself, and the spectral hand once again pries out a bony finger from within its clutches to carve into the box, this time saying, home.
Okay.
Are you also cursed by the witches? Is that why you're stuck in the old box and your old opacity?
You see the same thing happen again. Once again, the box mends itself and a finger carves into the box. No.
Are you friends with the witches?
Once again, the hand responds by etching and says, no.
Okay. We are in conflict with the witches currently. They have somebody that we are attempting to protect. And would you be available to assist us with these witches?
This time, as the hand etches into the mending wood, it says, who, with a question mark.
It is a goblin named Crick. He entered this place recently after being taken by the witches.
It seems to take a second for the hand to respond this time. But eventually all it does is draws an X.
Okay.
You're muted.
Wait, is an X marks the spot? Are you crook?
It responds in its own manner saying no.
It would be strange if you were, considering you called this your home. Okay, does that mean that you know where Crick is?
It responds no.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty. Do you have any information or equipment that might help us deal with these witches easier?
And help kick him out of your home, as it were.
As you say about kicking the witches out of the home, this time it says yes.
Oh, that's good news. And do you mind sharing that information?
It takes a second again, kind of trying to work out if it can trust you. Could you give me a persuasion check?
Ooh. Does who?
Okay.
For Walden, because that's who just asked.
I do have a -1. I don't love
Damn
that.
it, I got a +6.
Oh, damn.
Of course.
Could I potentially get advantage by the fact that Seto said that we were going to that I should have just run, and I was like, no, I'm good. I don't think I will. Like there was like audible back and forth that like I'm not gonna hurt this person.
You know what? I'll say that I will give you this with advantage. And if it doesn't help, that I would let Seto roll after more questioning.
Okay. Cool. So
More than
with
fair.
advantage. So to confirm, that is with advantage.
With advantage, yes.
Okay, cool.
Because I do think that's fair.
Oh man.
Oh,
Damn.
My robotic nature ain't helping us out.
All right.
You've got another roll, right?
No, that was with advantage.
Yeah, that was with advantage because the other one
damn.
was a 2.
Oh damn. Oh, the 2 didn't. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, the highest was a 9
Well-
-1.
So-
not my best showing.
Not the best showing. The hand responds to your attempts to persuade it to help you by putting trust and a question mark.
Well, I don't have a specific way to prove that you can trust me off the top of my head. I do not wish to harm you, nor do I wish to take you from your home.
So I beg. All right, this isn't your expertise here. All right, and instead of kind of walks over towards it, like hands up. There's a thing in our culture, and it's an unbreakable, truly magnificent thing. It's called a pinky promise. Now, where I'm from, only the worst bastards of the worst bastards of the worst bastards would break a pinky promise, and I'm not perfect, but I'm far from that. So I pinky promise that if you help us out here, I'll do what I can to have my friend. We have another friend over here who's really good with all the naturey stuff, and we can bind this whole place up so you can rest as peacefully as you could have dreamed of. That's the best I can offer, and technically I'm offering somebody else, but we'll keep that between us.
Give me the
That was
persuasion roll.
very-
That was hilarious. Like,
It was hilarious, but I love how you were like, I'm going to make you trust me by throwing this under the guy.
yeah, right.
All right. Persuasion. Come on, charisma.
Oh, God.
18. I'll deal with that.
blow him up with that Riz.
Okay.
That's what I did to Crick already.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck y'all.
Rick is the one missing.
Oh, what's your crack? That's the one I...
We can't tell them apart.
No, it's fine. Hold on, my internet. What? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So as you do so, the hand considers your offer, and decides to take itself off of the lock of the chest, keeping it shut, and pinky promise with you. Roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, that's gonna suck. But alright. It's probably like some death touch bullshit. Oh, of course.
We
I failed.
got the opposite saves of
Right?
what we
You
need.
fuck. Yeah, 5. We're doing this about right.
That's fine.
But yeah.
You take 3 points of necrotic damage as visions of death and suffering flow through your mind through the pinky promise. But you sense no malice in what's happening. It's just that it is an incredibly spectral, ghostly hand that you've pinky promised with. And it fades back into the abyss of the room. And the chest kind of seems to be empty of presence now.
Nice. He looks back at Wally and his face is like sunken and sullen in from the necrotic damage. Just gives the old thumbs up.
God.
I do hope that you are truly okay.
Wow.
What's in the
Man,
box?
I wish I was in that room.
Right?
All right, so yeah, he calls you over so we can open the box together.
Okay. As you open the box, your eyes hold a fair quantity of treasures that I have typed out earlier than normal.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
You see 1,000 gold pieces, 4 rubies, 3 sapphires, 2 scrolls, which you notice to be one of them fairly common and one of them not so common, and a telescope.
Very cool.
Oh, we did good. You see him just running his hands through the gold, like, we did so good. We did so good. Kind of throws a couple of coins at Wally's face. Yeah. He's like, we did so good. Oh,
Just
he's
like
kinda,
complete
rubbing
stone
coins on him
face.
just. It's like, "Ah." It's kind of like takes a second. Don't think this changes our deal. We'll be caving it in or we leave, but I like the feel of gold on the skin. Don't judge me, hand.
He
I like
has some
to think that
interesting
you-
proclivities.
you know, like what is it? American Dream or whatever it is with the rose petals. I forget what it's called. Yeah, that, but it's like gold pieces.
Oh,
Just
my
like
God.
We're a strictly no kink shaming stream.
We are a strictly no drinking, absolutely.
We are pro
yeah.
fucking.
But yeah,
So
it's
that-
at this point that everyone down the hall can hear a hoot and holler in Valen. Just, whoa! Fuck yes! Just exuberance. Not really thinking that they're in a dungeon, they should be fucking quiet. But sometimes people get excited.
These things happen. Yeah, so do you guys report back your findings?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring everything back to the rest and
Yeah, you go get
continue
them. Let them.
onward.
Can we move this? Because that's pretty heavy. Maybe you should just go tell them, and then they come here.
You're
I will say,
being
Walden does know the amount of everything that's here.
I know. I said I wouldn't steal from the group anyway, but it's still fun.
Sure. And then Walden will head over and be like, we talked to a treasure chest and it gave us some gold and various other trinkets.
Ow.
His other trinkets.
Seeing that any potential traps have been dealt with, Luke does help you bring Crack up towards the chests.
I will follow. Excellent. So that I'm able to do things again. Cool.
So
Oh,
I
okay.
guess we can continue onwards.
Um,
You're
tell-
rich.
do you tell the whole story, or do you just say what you just said?
I think right in this moment, that's the only thing I say. Where
Okay.
I say that we talked
One
to a treasure
second.
chest and it gave us gold.
Okay.
I gotta reload. It's not letting me move.
Oh. Damn.
But as you guys turn the corner, Seto was like hovered over with his clone, dumping coins on him like the flash dance. Like when she pulls the cord. And that's what you guys turn the corner to see.
Seto, I don't have any active judgments on your behavior, but we are on a bit of a time crunch. If you don't mind.
And he kind of just goes, "Oh, like you just took him right back. Like he was definitely in a in a mode. Like oh shit, the other little guy. Oh fucking A." And kind of like pulls out his bag of holding. And like, there's like 1,000 gold, 4 rupees, and 3 sapphires. And the scrolls are already set to the side, so he didn't damage them with any of his gold shenanigans. Same with the telescope.
No.
Because, yeah, he
Telescope.
Scrooge McDuck that ship. Like, how...
So once I see the telescope, I want to investigate it.
Okay.
It's like, why the
Um,
hell is there? Out of all the things in there, why a fucking telescope?
No worries.
Question.
I'm going to add the items to my notes, and then from there we can divvy it up. Is that acceptable?
Fair enough.
Also,
Um,
just to verify, Seto, are you wearing your eyepiece?
Yes.
Okay, so if anything is magical,
I have to
Let it be.
activate it, but from
Like
this
that.
point, yes.
okay. So then, if you look at that telescope,
I give it the old evil eye.
Okay. Detect magic only tells you the school of magic and if it's magic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So The scrolls obviously light up as magic, and the schools of magic they are. The telescope also lights up as magic, and I need to remember what school of magic it would be.
Nice.
Divination.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
Notes. 1 second.
I'm gonna look at that telescope, see if I can figure anything out about it, but I probably won't be able to.
It's got a little bit of the divination to it. It may not be. Oh, it may not be for seeing what you pointed at, but for what you're hoping for. If that makes sense, like a scrying thing.
Could very well be.
Do you have identify, Steve?
Oh,
Is that a spell?
Yes.
no,
I
you
don't
wouldn't.
think
That's
so, but
arcane.
let me look. Nope.
In that case, just investigation. Actually, Arcana. Give me Arcana if that makes more sense.
Arcana, here we go. It didn't do it, now it did it. It was really bad.
It was. Oh, you got all 4, huh?
It was like 1919. Great.
This might. You're not sure if you trust Seto's detect magic spell because this does not seem magical to you.
All right. I was
Well,
like, all right. Well, I mean, I guess if you say it's magic.
I can only tell you what to
Divination.
show with me here. Like, did you
All
try,
right.
like, I don't know, looking through it?
I'm sure we can divine the magical aspect of this in the near future. Let's
But for
return to the
now-
task at hand.
Yeah, basically, I fill my bag of holding with all the stuff, and we go. My bag of holding, not my bag of coal, to be very, very specific.
Bag of coaling.
Coaling, yes.
Good stuff.
I love that item.
I know. I do
Alright.
too. I think you're gonna like this one too. But
Oh,
Ne-
shit.
what are we doing then, guys? Are we?
We know
Um,
this room's rigged all to shit with some kind of funky gas there. So it's not something we're trying to delve into.
Not immediately. Yeah.
And this door's locked, was it again?
Yes.
Alright, you know what that means. It calls for Senor Pickin' Fingers. Alright, now let me get over there.
These guys are just gonna step back a little bit.
Right, yeah, like, just in case there's one of those kabooms, you know. Hope I didn't waste all my luck on the other one there.
Oh, don't worry. I can.
10!
Not
All
bad.
10.
And does not give you the results you're hoping for. It seems really similar. However, what you would know, it seems really similar to the door on entry.
Oh, so this might not be something for picking. This might be something for something else, right?
Seems that
Pretty
way.
sort of words and stuff.
Yeah. Let's do a percepzione check. I'm gonna use.
Jorg, why don't you just come up and start like waving your
Yeah.
glaive around it, just
Just
preemptively.
Let me just smack the door with the glaive to see if there's
Right.
any magic writing that we can't see.
Jorg, as you touch the door, so you go to put the glaive on it, and there are runes around this. You see your name on this door,
Oh,
Shit, fuck.
and the door opens.
oh!
What the fuck?
Yo, they're calling out on us.
This immediately turned the spookiest.
Oh
Right?
my god. Matt, if Jordan comes out of one of those sarcophaguses, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
I don't like this.
It's like a deal level troll right now.
Right?
Oh my god.
Me all along. Fuck.
Fucking
How do you guys enter the room?
York first.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
I will
standing
go
here,
first.
mouth ajar, like,
Okay, what the fuck?
I'm gonna try and Master Blaster up his back, like
Okay.
over the shoulder kind of deal. Are you okay with that? Because I'm really light. I'm an elf, and you're a giant fucking mountain man.
You do what you do, man.
No, I mean I'm like literally, like, ooh, the Two Girl Brothers. That's what I'm doing right now. You dig? Like I'm on your shoulder
I
like
know.
that.
I know what you mean. Yeah, get on, bro.
I got
Pause.
you. Fact. But yeah. So they're Two Girl Brothering it up right now. He's ready to like do his thing if need be, but he doesn't want nobody to go in alone.
Jewel, could you let me know how you move or interact in this room?
Well, when we walk in, I tell everyone to stand back, and I'm going to touch the coffin to the right.
The right. Okay. As you
touchy things.
as you touch one of the sarcophagus, a floating skull larger than any of your bodies
Whoa.
appears between the sarcophagus.
What the fuck?
It only has one eye that seems to move, glowing between the sockets. And it sees both of you, but only looks at Jorg. And in this moment, as it opens its mouth, it speaks to you and says, "Son of the son of the sun, son of gods long dead, in a place where they are forgotten. Have you come to take your father's place?"
What the?
What?
I look back at Seto and ask him, "What the fuck do I do?"
Seto, I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh shit! Oh
I'm about to get
shit!
blasted back. He's like, do what the fucking skull says. Like, yeah, 7. He ain't got some. He's not a strumpf.
Yeah, you are blasted out the room as you suspected.
Yeah.
You are only blasted out to the doorway, and the doorway does not shut.
He kind of like stands up. Seems to be a party of one.
I'm gonna be
So
at the,
stealthily, just inch my way towards, and being like, "The fuck is going on in there?"
I was gonna peek in through the doorway and be like, Jorg, are you? Is everything okay? Do you need assistance?
No. Stand back. I asked the skull, "What does it want with me?"
He's the son of a son. Kind of. You said it was like he's the son of a son of a son of a son, and he's here to take his pappy's place, or he's
From
asking him if he wants it.
From
Sounds like he's referring to
a
ancestors.
tribe of gods, or what? What the fuck does she? Gods long gone, or something?
Well, it sounds like it's referring to
Hold on,
ancestors.
guys. Can I have the party quiet for just a moment so I can focus on Jorg?
Yes.
Thank you. So the skull answers you once again, and this time, responding to your question, says, "Your hand is on the place where you can become as your father. There is already a sacrifice in the one to the right, the one to the left.
You knew my father?
Only those dead do."
What? So if I touch the sarcophagus to the left, that requires a sacrifice needed, and I can become what my father was?
The sarcophagus to the left already contains your sacrifice. Do you
Correct, but
choose to become like your father?
You ask me.
yes,
Do you know of the trials and tribulation ahead if you did?
I do not know what is ahead, but I have faith in myself and the team.
Then let the small one's blood be on your hands and enter the tomb.
We will enter the tomb then.
Jorg, as you
Yes.
go to open the sarcophagus to the right, first of all, I'm going to need you to make a strength check.
Strength check. You got it.
Mhm.
Come on, D&D Beyond. Hurry up and load. One second, I'm reloading.
It's okay.
This is very fucking emotional.
As it got so tense, now the site wants to take forever to fucking load.
Right?
Can I-
Even the site's like,
Valid.
ooh, damn.
Can I have like a little? I think because I had a bit of a revelation on what exactly the thing means. Do you mind if I just say that
Mhm.
real quick?
You probably should.
Uh, it's not referring to your specific family. It's referring to distant ancestors. It's referring to. I think it's referring to the Titans or giants, or whatever, that you are distantly descended from, being a Goliath.
Okay.
Or is he saying, get your god powers, bro? See, that's the scary. I've been playing way too much Baldur's Gate, and I've been reading up on Baldur's Gate 2, which has helped me understand some things. And so, god powers are like in my brain.
Well,
Roll
I
the
think.
strength.
It's just to
I
add.
think the Titan thing is specifically true because it talked about like only the dead know about these things,
That was a sick fucking line.
and I have to imagine that that's relating to the Titans because
It's gotta be.
people alive know about gods, you know.
Right?
Come on, fucking roll. Oh, 12.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna say is a 12 doesn't allow you to open the lid of the sarcophagus. And B, would you like to roll insight? Because I'm gonna say that Walden might have expressed some of that to Jorg, like in worry of what might happen. While you're trying to open it. So could you roll insight into what Walden's just said to see if your character might have any more understanding?
Right. Got it.
I'm gonna try to go in the room at the same time. I don't know if I'll be successful, but I'm gonna try.
Okay. So Steve, you need to do a strength save, and Jorg, you think Walden could be right, but you can't really gain more insight into what the skull said. Steve, you are blasted out the room. No harm comes to you, but it's not, there's no barrier, you just seem to be pushed out.
I'm just gonna keep doing that every time I can.
Okay.
So you let me know when to roll, and then I'll do it.
Sweet. Yeah, so as you go to open the lid, you think about what Walden said. You don't gain any more insight into what the skull might mean. But you do remember that there are two goblins, and you were looking for one.
Eesh.
Oh no.
It's up to you, but if you decide to open the left or right, but I will now give you a chance to open either the left or right sarcophagus again.
Well, you're talking to me, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to open the left one again because I have a feeling this may play big for us. Although it may upset someone, I have a feeling this may be big for us. Oh my fucking god!
Okay. Once again, you are unable to move the sarcophagus, and the skull, seeing that you are unable to move the sarcophagus, decides that there is a chance that you could not be worthy of your father's place. The skull aims its one eye, darting from either hollowed hole in your direction, and shoots a beam of necrotic energy towards you. Now you're a barbarian, which means you have a dexterity thing, right?
1 second. Let me double check.
Very much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll be rolling a dexterity save with advantage.
Dexterity save with advantage. All right. 17.
Okay, good. You take half damage, which will be round down, so that's 6. So you take 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
As this happens, and the skull watches you, kind of like handle this beam of energy without seeming to really miss a step. It regards you once more, and this time it says, "Maybe your bloodline has become too thin."
Maybe my bloodline has become too thin. What do you mean by that?
And as you ask it what it means, it says, "Yes, you are not of knowledge," and disappears from your sight. Steve, give me a strength saving throw. Cool. So this time, although Steve, you do feel yourself getting pushed back, you're not pushed out of the room completely, and you're able to kind of linger close towards the doorway. At this point, I'm gonna go down in a kind of semi-initiative just to see, so you all get a chance to have like one action as things are happening, because this is going to be quite quick. So the first person I'm going to ask will be Steve. Now you're in the room. What do you do?
I try to open the sarcophagus that probably has crack in it. Or crick,
Okay.
whatever the heck it's crack.
Okay, that'll be a strength check. I'll roll it first, and I'll give you what happens afterwards. Walden, what do you do?
Oh geez. I'm not sure. I think my instinct is to help Steve try to open that sarcophagus.
Okay, if you could roll me the strength check. Steve, that wasn't strong enough for this. It's very, very heavy.
16.
A
There you go.
16, however, is. So I'm going to take one from Seto and then Jorg and give the results. Seto, seeing Walden start to be able to move the left sarcophagus lid, I think it was. What do you do? You're muted.
Oh, jeez.
The same thing he did for Crick, the rescue smolder.
The rescue smolder. Fair enough.
To make
You
sure
just
he's
stand
okay.
over the coffin, rescue smolder. That's
Like
cool.
with the hand out, like ready to save. You know what I mean? That kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Jorg, the sarcophagus to the left isn't fully open yet. Although Walden is able to kind of get some movement on it, you do have time to make some decisions. What do you do?
I will proceed to help Walden open it up.
Okay. Please do so.
Okay. Roll strength.
Yep.
Got it. Watch it be enough now. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
One of those days.
It is one of those days.
Maybe your bloodline is weak.
Damn it,
God.
be.
fuck.
Christ.
Jorg, what I'm gonna say is, as you try to kind of help Walden open the other sarcophagus, you still feel it's almost like your strength is being sapped from the room. Maybe that beam had more of an effect than you thought. But with so many of you attempting to open it in one way or another, you do you do manage to pry it open, and a unconscious crick is inside. See, now you got me done. Is inside an unconscious goblin.
Okay. Well, I first I'm going to check to make sure he's okay.
Give me a medicine check.
Medicine check.
Yes.
Yes. All right. 9.
Even though you're not as skilled in medicine as someone like Steve, you can still tell that this goblin is breathing without much labor. He doesn't even seem that damaged. You might be able to wake him up.
Okay. I attempt to wake up Crick.
Yep.
That's his name.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, you do. And he wakes up. He's incredibly startled to see you. And as Seto offers a hand and a smolder, can Seto give me I guess a persuasion? No, just a base charisma. Just give me a base charisma roll. Because it's not really any of those. You're muted.
Like,
Why
it's
do
really
you
not.
use-
Like, roll
It's
to
not really-
smolder isn't a
Like,
thing.
roll to smolder, unfortunately, isn't a skill.
So.
Should be. Roll to smolder.
Ooh.
Oh,
Thank
Thank
smoldering.
God, finally a good roll.
The loins are a smolder.
I got Crick and Crack at my back.
Oh
my
my
homies.
God.
They love me.
My crick, my crack, my pussy.
my back.
Oh, you made him stand up.
I did.
Oh my fucking god.
Ah,
Oh my fucking god.
ah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, serious face. It's a serious moment.
Oh, smolder.
Serious.
Heavy
Okay.
emotions.
As you wake up Crick in the sarcophagus, he seems alarmed by you. And then he sees Seto next to you, a smoldering face in a dark place, and he feels calmed. And rather than screaming, he just kind of goes, "Ow! Hello."
We've been looking for you.
Startled swoon.
Right? We've got Crick with us. Or Crack with us. You're safe
Yes,
now.
your brother is here. I'm not quite sure what my friend is doing, but we do have your brother here. I'm assuming he's your brother. And
Wow, racist much?
well, I mean, the names,
No,
more
we-
names.
Is it Cracks here? And
Yes,
hearing Crick's voice, Luke and Crack make their way into the room, to be beside him. And yeah, they are twins. To be fair, that was our whole thing.
Okay.
Seto
it's
puts
just the
Crick
That
and
names,
Cracks.
like
that
the
was-
parents name their kids, that kind of shit.
Seto
Yeah.
puts Cricks and Cracks' hands together and smolders at them both.
Charisma.
Boom. Do this. I'm gonna put a
26.
skill in smolder. Like this.
Please. We can get a smolder. skill.
16. I'm still smoldering.
Yeah, I'll
Children.
based on your last roll as well, I will give you that you're still smoldering.
Right?
Yeah, these goblins are enamored with Seto. I don't know if you guys have ever been around Seto in such a sensual way before, as they don't strike you as the most flirtatious person, but they certainly are today with these goblins. And you wonder maybe if Seto's had a type this whole time, but being in the foresty village where they weren't allowed there, goblins were outcasted. And maybe this whole time, Seto's just been a goblin sexual person and never. And he's got a type. And Crick and Crack continue
I like 'em short and
to
thick like my
find.
steaks.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
Said.
Yes, they continue to like Seto, and Luke seems overjoyed to see Crick. As he didn't really overhear much of what happened in with Jorg, he's just happy to see Crick, and they cry all together, reunited, with Seto just kind of holding the goblin hands while those two are hugging, but the goblins won't let go.
you can't make me laugh, Sage. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
My bad.
It's okay.
So yeah, you guys have just uncovered some very interesting details potentially about Jorg and the history of the world. Where do you go from here? Having found Crick.
After getting Crick and Crack safely back, we're gonna open up this bitch.
Okay.
Like, York, Wally.
No. Steve, you
Oh, you
gotta
gotta
say
do it. You gotta do it.
What am I doing? Say that one more time. Because I want to make sure that I do this right.
York is
You gotta
needed.
scream my
So.
name like you always do.
No. Why do I need Jorg?
Oh, to lift the top off this sarcophagus.
I do it myself.
Watch him
Wow.
fucking crit.
I swear to God, if he's just like, rip. Can I roll to swoon?
I do.
That's about right. Yep.
Well.
Kiss my whole ass.
Right.
And I look at Wald and I go, "Some help, please."
Yes, I can give assistance, and I'll go and I'll lift the top off.
I like to think that the necrotic energy that seemed to be affecting Jorg seems to be affecting Steve.
Really affecting my man.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Walden, ever the strumph, you do manage to inch a tiny bit of this coffin lid, sarcophagus lid. But as you do so, give me a wisdom save.
Oh. It's my worst save. Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Well, technically charisma save is worse, but still, it's really bad.
Yeah, as you do so, you manage to get like an inch of the sarcophagus open, but as soon as you manage to open it, even the tiniest bit, your mind is flooded with thousands of years of death and nothing but death. You see the gods themselves die in your mind. And give me 1 second.
I know this is
that
more
Nietzsche in
you.
there?
I know this is more you giving me some bullshit for losing a bad roll, but
There is a specific reason.
okay, fair enough. I get a vision of the gods dying.
Yes.
This is gonna be a weird thing. How do I phrase this question the best? Do I recognize anything of what they're wearing from stuff we've seen on our travels?
Oh, like the ring or the helmets or the big sword
Or the crown?
The crown.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm with you. You recognize the sword.
All right.
I have this written down.
You recognize the sword. That's the only thing you recognize.
Okay.
Out of what your travels are.
You're the brutal on the sword. Sorry.
That's okay. That's the wrong sword, but but what I would say is one thing you do notice is some that you're like flooded. You're flooded with these memories of death, but you get them from thousands of years into the past as well as recent. So some of the clothing seems modern and some of it seems like stuff that people would never wear now. And some of the armor seems rudimentary and some of it seems very polished. But Walden, you specifically, other than noticing the sword from the cave, which is the sword it is, just to clarify for Walden, is you see some Warforge that look just like you. And you feel their consciousness fading under sand. As you take 30 points of psychic damage.
30?
30.
Holy
Fucking
shit.
hell. I'm like, okay, Walden like full drops to like one knee, like almost completely drops to the floor. I'm not like super close to unconscious, but like that's nearly half of my max. So I'm like, I drop with the impact of this, and like I can't say anything for like the next like couple minutes as I'm just kind of processing this. One of the main thoughts that's going through my head that's been kind of overtaken by that last bit of like seeing my brothers die is the idea of the identities of Titans being attributed to gods by the races that came after them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one main thought that I feel like is pretty much confirmed that I wanted to put out there before I'm out for a bit.
Understandable.
So I'm just gonna be here for a little. You guys.
I run to his side and I'm like, Walden, what's going on, me boy?
Yeah, like Seto's at his side like that. You know what I mean? Like that's.
You hear a like soft whirring, like when your like computer is like processing something really intense, and you hear the fan like start up and like go really loud through like a bunch of casing. You kind of hear that.
All right,
I'm gonna cast a healing spell on him.
Yeah, I'm same. We each pump in a cure wounds. Like, nice.
Okay.
And
That was crap.
and this is
It's something.
oh nice max damage for me.
The damage?
Oh, sorry.
Max healing.
Max healing. Sorry, But yeah, 11 for you, but that's us. So
That brings me back up to 62
nice.
out of 77.
Nice.
Okay, so kind of like with that, I'm still kind of dealing with this and kind of processing it, but I am able to like fully stand up and like there's an intelligence here that is far older and greater than we may have expected.
I look at Jorg and I look at the sarcophagus.
Why did this room have your fucking name on it, bro? I know you don't know, but it's just a question. It's a very important one.
I'm
answered.
just as shocked as you are, and I need to know now.
Right, boyo.
Can
Maybe.
Can I investigate the door? Like what the writing is?
Yes.
The
I
door
have
isn't
an
still there.
inkling of something.
You can, yes.
Yeah, let me do that. Because I have a theory.
That it's a
13.
demon.
Can I say what my theory is, and maybe that'll change the DC on this. My theory is that either the writing itself, the word wasn't specifically Jorg, or the writing can shift, and it would have changed names not to anybody, but to people like Jorg, like to Goliaths or those who have that kind of connection in their blood to the Titans.
What I'll say is for your role, you wouldn't necessarily gain all of that because you wouldn't be able to know more than is on the door. Does that make sense?
That's fair.
But the door itself to you is blank.
Okay.
There's no work.
So Walden comes in with that theory, and at least to Walden, that does confirm it. Of like this writing, like this wasn't expecting Jorg specifically.
Yeah.
It was just because he's here, this writing appeared.
But
It's,
I'll say that.
would that mean that now Jorg has to be the one to open this, or that fucking happens? Set into factory reboot or some other fuck shit.
I don't know.
could you give me an investigation, Sato?
Oh, but he's real stupid. I at least have +3, thanks to being a rogue. Oh, you couldn't have went over 1. It rolled off the 18. But yeah, no, now it's just an 8.
You suspect that's possible. Putting together Walden's theory, what Walden's just discovered, you suspect that could be possible, but you can't really, like, neither of you can really work out if that's 100% the case, but you have a suspicion.
I think it's got to be you, boyo.
Are
Well, then-
where the words are still visible?
The door itself is mostly under the sand, so the way I saw it is Walden kind of like lifted up what they could, because it's not magical, the mechanism that opens and closes, it's a mechanical mechanism. So they opened it a tiny bit to kind of look at the door. They see the door's completely blank quite clearly, so there's no need for them to like get the whole thing out kind of system. But that would be, but if it would also be blank to you now Walden has said it, and you'd notice as well.
What I'm saying is, where there was writing is no longer writing.
It's just, all I can say, it's just blank. To you it is blank.
Okay, so
Alright.
before I attempt this, is there anything that I could do to bolster my strength?
Leave the room.
In theory, if you raged, you could hit yourself. Because rage is just if you take
Or-
damage.
I can finally use this fucking spell.
Oh yeah, fair. Sorry, yeah,
I've
fair
never
enough.
had a chance to use Sanctuary. And this
Okay,
seems
yeah,
like
absolutely.
the
Go for
only
it.
chance I get. But it's a harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw to even get through to him. for damage and stuff. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack. The spell doesn't protect the ward. Oh. Okay, let me know if this matters. The spell doesn't protect against area of effect. Spell.
I believe sanctuary. I believe sanctuary is for attacks, so it's for things that specifically target one
harmful
person as an attack.
spells and a creature with an attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So would it? Well, fuck it. I'll just use it and we'll find out. That's how this works.
Okay.
Yeah. So Seto kind of like puts his, he's much shorter than you, so he has to like kind of reach up, but he puts a golden handprint on your chest, or really he puts his hand there, and then when he pulls back, there's just this like golden handprint that like spreads and then kind of like effervesces around you, and it's more like you're covered in party glitter, but also now you're protected from spells and people trying to hurt you because you look so fucking fetching.
I should also say, rage does give you advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to rage real quick, it won't last super long because we're not in combat. But if you want to rage real quick, that could help you on a strength check.
Yeah, that's what my whole thing was, because I was gonna wonder if that would help in this strength check. So yeah, I will rage, and god damn it, wish me luck.
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
Oh my god.
You have advantage. So
I mean, yeah, but
What are we raging for? I feel like
Trying
I've
to
missed
get this
something.
sarcophagus.
I'm trying to get
off.
enough strength so that I can open the sarcophagus by myself.
Oh, I thought Walden did that.
No, I tried and then I got fucked up.
Oh, I thought that was after you opened it. Okay.
No, I popped it a little bit, but I didn't get it open.
yeah, you get another roll, York.
Okay.
This is really intense.
Crit.
Okay, 15.
Well, that's better.
respectable. Should be
Okay.
hopefully okay.
It's like a pickle jar. I loosened the lid. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, right? Exactly. Jorg, as you go to open the right-hand sarcophagus this time, maybe it's because Walden took some of that necrotic energy that seems to be within this room. Maybe it's because they loosened the pickle jar lid. But either way, you are able to open the lid. And as you do, the sarcophagus to the right that Crick has not got out of yet, immediately puts bars of blades through the center of it. And Crick is going to make. Hold on, we're not done. Crick is going to make a dexterity save with advantage because Luke and the others are there.
Whoa! Remember, I got him out of there and pulled them away.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
help
they're-
him? Did you
This
help
is
him
true.
out?
Yeah,
or did
they're
you help
down.
He
him?
smoldered with the hand touching.
And then
Oh,
I
I
brought
thought-
them both
okay,
down
okay.
here.
My bad.
So that
My
they were
my
out
bad.
of there.
Totally
That's
fine. I was like,
that's
oh
cool.
shit.
Sorry, that's okay. That I didn't understand. I didn't hear the bit of bringing them down here. I shall do that. You say the
Overhead touch,
you see
yeah.
the same thing. I remember. Yeah, I thought they were in the coffin doing it. I'll be
No,
real.
no,
Oh,
that's
all right.
I didn't think they. I didn't
No,
think
no.
anyone got
Definitely
out.
get out of your trauma box, please.
Okay, sweet.
Oh
Yeah,
my
fair.
god.
So yeah, you still see the bars of the other coffin kind of like Iron Maiden style jut to each side. And so everyone sees that part, but Jorg, this is something that you really only see as you are the one opening the lid.
Okay.
You
I'm
see
still right next to it too.
Yeah, you would smell this, you wouldn't see this.
Okay.
Jorg, as you open the lid, you see thousands of flowers within the sarcophagus. And as soon as you open the lid, they instantly turn to dust and then ash. And And all that's left at the bottom of the sarcophagus now is ashes.
What the fuck?
What is going on in this place? I'm so lost.
Steve, did you see that?
No, but I smelled it.
You did not see the roses?
I poked my head over. Well, you tell me.
Steve,
Would I know that those are ashes of roses, just being a naturey druid type human?
so Steve, you would have smelt the specific flower they are, you would need to do a nature check for. But you smelt the oil of flowers as they disintegrated and burnt, but you would need to do a nature check to know what they were. 16 will do it though. You know these don't tend to grow by the forest, for starters, and it's a very rare flower that you've hardly ever seen. If not only in books. But you know this to be a type of lavender that has connections to the afterlife. And rather than small trumpets, the bells are small skulls.
Weird.
Do you tell anyone else in the group?
Yeah, I relayed a message to everyone else.
And Steve?
I don't need to because he just did.
Okay.
But I am taking some of those and putting it in my vial.
That's fine. That's good. I will make a note. Hold on, let me make a note now.
Seto pipes up with a, do you think they'd make a good poison? Steve, I'm not as familiar with flower ash, but
I don't know. Maybe. I don't. You tell me, OGM of knowledge.
One second.
I don't know. I'll wait for you and then I'll ask again. Sorry. Actually, really quick bio break is because I have to go be a human really quick. Is that okay with, or are
Yes.
we like? Is that because I gotta?
If you gotta be human, you gotta be human.
Yeah, I gotta be human. Sorry. This momentary break brought to you by water.
By water.
Bum dee bum dee bum bum dee bum dee bum.
Blame on me.
Love that.
We are experiencing human difficulties.
Did that ever change though? Like,
No, never mind.
when
That's
am I?
day in, day out, human difficulties.
Human difficulties.
I'm assuming we're right at like the end of this bit
Yep.
though.
Yep.
But ish. We got 3 rooms we didn't go through, but we'll probably only go through one.
Not gonna lie, thank God, because I need to take this medicine. My shit is cramping.
Why don't you
do
take
you
it
want
now?
to do that now?
Yeah, might as well do
Yeah,
it right
yeah,
now.
I should do that now. Now, I
Go
will
do
say,
that now.
the painkiller does make me a little tired, so let's try to...
All
Do as
in the
much as we can.
necro character. You're just gonna pass out at some point. It's canon.
You hear me snore? I apologize.
It's canon.
It's all good.
It is... Ow. Fuck.
Ooh.
Oh, damn you, Steve.
I would ask what's happened, but I don't want to like force you to talk. Right
No,
now.
dude, you're good. Dude, I was just lifting stuff at work, and fucking out of nowhere, I felt this real sharp pain just hit me right in my chest, dude. And
Ooh.
no lie, I thought I was about to have a fucking heart attack or a stroke initially.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm too young for this. What the fuck did I just do? And then I like sat down because my manager was with me. He was like, dude, just sit down, take a breather real quick. We'll give you an aspirin, make sure you're okay, and go from there. And, you know, I didn't show any signs of a heart attack at all.
Good.
But, you know, he was concerned with my fast-paced breathing and the pain that was in my chest and shooting into the sides of my ribs. And he's like, yeah, you probably pulled something. So,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
yeah. He was like, I mean, so
Um,
they asked if I wanted to go to the hospital. I'm like, nah, I'm honestly fine. I don't think I need to go to the hospital. But I only said that just because I didn't want to get piss tested, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
And
Have
so I went
you-
to I went to the urgent care afterwards, and they're like, "Yeah, you seem to have pulled some muscles in your chest into your ribs, so all you really need is just a couple days of rest, and nothing too strenuous on your body." Blah 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 blah. You know the typical bullshit.
Mhm. That's annoying.
Well,
Yeah.
thankfully that's something that recovers pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I do hope you feel better soon.
Same. I really want to because I got a birthday party I'm going to on Saturday from my stepdad.
Hot
Mm.
water bottle, not too warm. Put it like make sure it's got a cover. Hot water bottle on your chest.
Yeah, that does help with that kind of stuff. Or a heating pad if you got it.
Yeah.
I do have a pack that I'm able to throw in the microwave to heat up, so I might just do that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's gonna help a lot. Trust. Like literally
Maybe
just
one of those steamy
give it a cuddle.
bags.
Yeah, because the heat will help your like tendons to relax and
Yeah,
put
and,
less pressure. on it.
Ibuprofen as
Darla
well.
just gave some advice, and she's a whole nurse. I am so very proud of that woman. She's come very, very far.
That she is.
Love her very much.
Anyway, should we just finish up?
Yes,
the
sorry.
bits
Let
there?
us. Let's
Yes,
do what we
let's
do,
finish.
baby.
Right, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna ask the party. I feel like we've gone through the majority of the things that are on the kind of checklist. So I'm gonna give the party a group insight roll
Inside.
to give you some guidance from the wind.
Hey, there we go.
Sexy.
That's it, automatic
Yeah,
pass.
nat 1. Woo!
Are you kidding me?
That's it, automatic fail.
You pendulum ass bitches.
So good. I'm so glad I rolled first.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god. That's
Sorry,
but
that's D&D. Yeah, but
are
because
you
well done-
bullshitting me?
Oh, maybe not.
I got so much insight it broke my brain.
Right?
You just literally saw all of space
Bro,
and
It's not
time.
even
No fucking
his
way.
mind was just forced open. Look at
No
these fucking the
fucking way.
barbarians do
Holy
it.
shit.
The barbarians.
Wow. Well, I
Hey.
mean, they had some spiritual connections in here, so I'll give them that.
Facts. This ain't about us right
Makes
now.
total
These are
sense.
the
I'll be
only
real.
feels they've ever felt, other than
Right?
anger.
Facts.
This makes total sense for what's happened. I don't know how the rolls knew. But...
Right, exactly. Holy shit.
Right. So, Walden, your memory of the catacombs is that often there are false exits and entrances. So you have a sneaking suspicion that if there was some kind of grander thing to hide down a staircase, then making your way forward would either lead to treasure or disaster, but it's only one of the two, and you've already found treasure. Jorg, you, after having a meeting with that skull telling you about a potential bloodline that you could be part of, you feel like you're in tune with some of the concepts of this place. When it spoke about potentially dead gods and things like that, and the way that it asked Seto to give a name of a god that they believed in, and with the shrine asking for whether you believed in them or not. That was what it asked. And with the shrine taking offerings of what you each believed in, whether those things were what it wanted or not, you feel like this place might be a testing ground. You haven't heard of a specific Goliath testing ground, as your family has been gone for many, many decades now. But one thing you do know is that you sense that this would have been the culmination area of testing the belief of the people that come in. And whether you've passed the test or not is yet to be seen. But you too get the feeling that there is either disaster or treasure on the other side of that next door.
Okay. I'm not really sure where to proceed with it.
We got a hag to kill.
And a treasure to get.
Simple as that.
A disastrously good treasure.
Even if there's no treasure and it's only disaster, we have a hag to kill.
This is true. That hag is a priority.
Yeah.
That's even to say if they're even here. Knowing them, they have an expansive territory. It's not just going to be something small like this. Hags are... That's metagaming, so I didn't say any of that. And I'm very sorry. But yeah, right now, I said I was concerned with really Wally, actually, after watching that shit happen and kind of letting Crick and Crack have their time. Like, they're twins. There's like a special bond that he doesn't even attempt to understand. You know what I mean? So he's giving them time for that bond, but like Wally's never taken a hit like that.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, we've gotten what we came here for.
That's not wrong.
We came to this general area to get the twins. We found one twin outside, one twin inside. We got them. In Walden's mind, it's time to leave. We did our thing. It's time to go. If only to help ensure their safety, because there's potential danger here. We still have the witches that we don't know where they are. The longer we stay here, the more likely they are to attack us with the twins with us, and that leaves them up to danger.
Oh, also fair, but I did kind of make a pinky promise to cave this place in when we left, so it could stay undisturbed as possible. So I aim to do that, and as we all know, I've got my way of doing things, and this place will never be bothered again. But
Oh man.
Seto's Fault 2.0.
but I
Are
was
you gonna
figuring.
like Hansel and Gretel coal all over this place?
No.
Man.
I see a fucking
If you're gonna do
scrap
that,
of coal.
there's
I
a door you
swear
may
to
want to
God.
leave open.
No. I would just like fill in the cave entrance. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna. Okay, maybe a little fire. But no. But I figured Wally here would be better suited for moving some earth around and closing this place up. Farewell.
I mean, I could certainly do that, but
Wow.
Or sorry,
I think
not
the
Wally.
most suited
Steve.
is
Steve.
yeah.
I misspoke. Fuck. It's Steve. Sorry. Between the smell of all of these corpses, the ever-present. This he pulls out the corpse. Like, you know how much this stuff stinks. It's very the corpse liquor that he has in a vial. Oh shit! That was my question. Thank you, Theo. Are those ashes able to make a poison?
Steve did take some into the flask. And so you'll have to see what happens from that.
All right.
But the ashes themselves no longer have any oil on them.
Okay. So
But do you investigate them?
yes, I will do that.
Okay.
Even though
Roll me investigation.
dumb. Yeah, that's been worse rolls for investigation.
Cool.
Probably not enough.
The reason I asked for investigation is you in the library made special note to read as many and as much of the books you could,
Yeah.
especially the ones that were creepier.
Yes, the necromancy in particular, yeah.
And Steve did tell you what the flowers were. Now having kind of smelt and taken more note of them, you recognize them as one of the ingredients listed in the books. It was mentioned a few times in a few of the different books. but only the ones to do with liches.
This here. This is part of the lich making, is what it is. That's what from the books that the fuckwit stole from our library. Oh, this is a weird, very unsettling connection. So somehow this is connected to our boy Brian. Brandon. Thank you.
It's very possible.
Oh.
The spirit did say that a sacrifice had already been placed here. Now that may have been referring to Crick, but that may have been referring to something else. We don't know 100% for certain, but maybe he had already been through here and done stuff relating to becoming a lich, and that's what the spirit was referring to.
All right.
We can't know that for certain.
It's all speculation now, isn't it? It's the best we can do, though, for sure.
What was the rest of the things needed, Seto?
There was a flower. There was something else. The DM's gonna have to hopefully tell me, because right now oh shit. I know. Wait, let me see. I know I have a bunch of notes. They're sporadic because I'm
just
not
to save you
notes.
a little bit of time for a second.
Yeah.
There wasn't a specific list of one way of becoming like that was one thing that you noted there was nothing that you could have read that was open for you to read that told you the exact process. You just recognized the name of the flower and the descriptions that Steve has helped you with.
All right.
To know that was something mentioned in a lot of the books that were themed around that concept.
Okay.
All right. I have written down Book of Seed, Book of Magic, and Book of Phylactery.
Yeah, so the Book of Seed, for instance, is
Nice.
one that talks about it a lot.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, then that was okay. Yeah, because okay, thank you. But yeah, I could definitely collect some in a pouch, like as much as I can get in like in my inventory. I have some sort of pouch. No lantern.
Just to save on time, because we've got
Yeah,
more bits to do
I
in a
just
sec.
take some-
You are capable of doing so.
All right, sweet. Yeah, I take a bunch and like, oh, this is something. All right, now we gotta gets to fixing on out of here, right? As much as I can feel something tingle, like there might be a little more something here. I got them sticky fingers itching, But yeah, we may have to come back here. Nope, we're closing it down, shutting it in. This is it. Everybody out. All right.
Let's fuck off to the over here section.
Into the over here. Let's get out of here. What's this here? I don't know. I'm walking into the gray. Sadly.
They also join you. Luckily for you guys, they were mostly focused on just hugging each other, as they were quite happy that they were all alive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. So how do you proceed to close the catacombs?
I mean, I could just like cover up the door and shit, but like I don't know how like forever that's gonna be.
That are just placing charcoal around the edges.
Well, what it could be, I mean, honestly,
Burn it closed, like to create infrastructure failure and make it collapse. That's the goal. To collapse this whole line up in here that we're in, that we would not be in as it collapses, is the thought.
that could be something, but I think it may be a bit unreasonable to like attempt to seal this place off forever. But if we close the entrance and then we kind of like wipe this space of like, oh, there was an entrance here, like we make that completely blank, that'll dissuade people from checking the area for at least a decently long time. I'd say that's good enough.
Hey, I gave a pinky promise. All right, we're closing the tunnel down. Hey, besides, we have Steve. If we need to get in here, he can just and it's all undone anyway.
Right, and I'm not this isn't going like against that idea. I'm just saying that like we need to kind of like set personal expectations. We're not I don't I, like because people are generally adventurous and like to explore shit. I don't think it's reasonable for us to be able to like
Oh no,
prevent
not
this forever.
permanently. No.
Yeah,
But
like,
I'm doing my level best, and yeah, mark out the
Yeah.
thing like you said. Yeah, by our powers combined, we do all that shit.
we close the entrance and we make it look like there wasn't an entrance.
Yep.
Cool. Can you guys give me one of you a survival roll?
Please don't let it be me.
It's gonna be me.
Please
horrible.
give me that roll. Nice.
It's not that great, but it's
So-
okay.
I could have gave a roll. That's
Jewel,
fine.
give me one as well, and I'll get to it second.
Wow, fuck me.
Standard.
It's everybody's rolls. We've had maybe 4 good rolls, including the 2 crits on insight.
The double 20 on the side. Oh dear. Yeah, so you guys you do manage to fill in the tomb relatively well. You hide it as best you can in a place that's already in ruins, you know what I mean? Like there's not an easy way to seal up the staircase as quickly as possible. And as you make your way to Hanka, Luke's a bit distracted by the fact that he's actually got his friends back and against the odds, because he would have never been able to do this alone. So he is incredibly grateful for that. And it takes you a little while to get to Hanka. Maybe it's the fatigue of how much you found out. Maybe it's because you're traveling with weary companions, Crick and Crack. Maybe it's the awkward silence of some of the journey, of where you don't know what to say to each other. But either way, it takes you a full day before you manage to reach Hanka's gates. You reach at around 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and you are greeted by the town guards.
Oh, they look angry.
Who see Luke, Crick, and Crack, who are coming back many days later than they had first expected to see them. Give me 1 second. The guards call out to you all. We'll go through that in a second, Seto. The guards call out to you all. Jorg, you notice that these guards, they have a familiarity to you with them. Walden, you notice that they are not Warforge, even though they are doing guarding duties. And last time you were here, most of Hanka's defenses were mostly done by either at least a Warforge escort, or were escorted by a group of escorts with, one humanoid. And they call out to you all and they say, Lucret, you've been gone many, many moons now, longer than we expected. These acquaintances of yours, be they trustworthy for these walls, and a Warforge we have no recollection of ever being within these gates. That's not a model we know of. State their business. And Lucred goes up to them with Crick and Crack following behind in suit. And he says, oh, these aren't acquaintances. These are great, great friends, and they deserve your trust. Come on, guys. We can finally rest properly in a bed. And you enter the city gates. And we call.
Ding,
Chapter
ding.
3 is over.
Moonbeam shouts out of each one of your heads as you level up.
Bam!
And we make
go
it
through a
to
Doctor Who
level
regeneration.
7.
Level
Doctor
motherfucking
Who
7.
regeneration.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, Seto, with your seasons, the journey so far has given you a lot more control over it than it used to. You're currently feeling quite springly.
Oh, fuck.
Bring it.
But you feel like maybe tomorrow you might be able to decide more upon that.
All right. That's awesome. Oh, shit. He's huge.
I'll do it.
Oh.
That's fine.
Cool.
Uh, So yeah, we were gonna do a 0.5 today. Just to double check though, Joe, do you feel up to that?
Yeah, we can get started.
Okay.
I'm not nodding off just yet.
All right, let me end
Sweet.
the stream. Thank you for joining us. Life
Oh,
happens in every direction.
It
We got some
was
shit.
it was something that was streamable. The
Oh,
question stuff.
even better. Okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
All right, I thought you wanted. Okay, that's me assuming and acting. That's what I get. Okay.
No, the questions I've asked are specifically so we can go through something a bit more downtimey with the stream.
All right. I like that.
I think you guys kind of we'll go through some of the level up stuff briefly, and then we'll go on to the question stuff I've got prepared, just so we can get through it a bit quicker.
All right.
So who's got major stuff coming on to their level up? Because as I say, we are now on level 7.
I don't know.
That was so. My original plan was to multi-class.
Yes.
I don't know if you want me to hold off in regards to that because of potential story beat stuff.
Yep. What I would say is you won't need that level for the story beat stuff I've got planned to become apparent. So you'll be able to make that decision for yourself by the end of next session. There will be minimal need for this particular level up for tomorrow's, or not tomorrow's, next week's.
No, you
game.
said tomorrow. Holding you to it. Holding you to it.
Holding you to it. Holding you to it.
You're
Oh, dear.
hostage.
You
Right.
know the game has gone well when it's like, no, I'm holding you to it tomorrow.
Facts. This game was so amazing.
Yeah, I would
I'm
say
really
probably
glad.
one of the best so far.
Yeah,
I was like, Beth was like trying to say shit, and I'm like, be gone, bitch.
Come, baby, come.
Yeah.
I'll hold
if you
off
want-
on my level.
I tell you
until-
what then, should we hold off on the level up until next session's over and we'll do it together then?
I'm okay with that.
Because
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't want one person to be behind.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm super okay
Whatever.
with that.
Whatever the group wants to do, I'm down for.
Cool. There's nothing fiercely different that would be a problem for that, so that'd be fine.
Does it
there's
make
not
sense?
like a major boss coming next session.
Does it make sense to do the 0.5 now and then level up before our next session?
We'll need to have gone through next session for Walden to know about multiclassing.
Okay.
Sure.
That's fine.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through the questions now, and then we'll do the level up stuff off stream next time.
Okay.
So the first question I've got for you guys is, what would your character do now that they wouldn't have done at the start of the campaign?
I can eat more for that. Be a bit more trusting in the team.
All right.
Nice.
Solid.
I like that.
That's a big question.
He'll ask more than Steve before doing something. For a long time, it was just like look at Steve, and if it's okay, do things. But now he'll look at Wally or Jorg. You know what I mean? Who's like he's trusting more people's opinions on whether or not he should do the thing. I think
I would say
Yeah.
straight up just try to fuck up evil.
it's true,
Steve has become an adventurer.
right? Yeah, that's
I would say Walden. I'm trying to make sure I have a good phrasing for this. I think Walden is much more likely now to put his foot down on what he thinks is right. At the beginning of the campaign, Walden was like, just kind of. It was initially very much just kind of like I'm along for the ride. I got kind of my own thing, but it's separate. And then kind of once Walden got pulled into like this larger mission, it was like you guys are the leaders, and I'm following kind of your directives kind of situation. I think at this point, Walden's very much like, there are things that I have opinions on and that I feel would be the best route. And if I think that that's important, I'm going to put my foot down for it. I'm not going to defer if I think my approach is important.
nice.
Another thing that I could add too, I am actively being more supportive towards the group with like certain abilities and shit.
Mm.
Right? Honestly, kudos to you for being like, I got that magic thing, because like I wouldn't have thought of that. That would have been really good role play. Like, and being out of your resource happens to everybody. Trust me, that's just fucking D&D. But even having the thought process is fucking important. Like, that's the important part.
Sure.
So, would your characters ever stop being an adventurer? Now that they are one?
Oh.
No fucking way.
I
Like,
don't think
this,
so.
no fucking way. It's,
I genuinely don't think so.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Makes sense for
yeah,
Steve.
It's all
yeah.
about
Steve's got a
balance.
family and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
if I didn't have a
For
family.
him, for sure, I could see that.
I don't. I just feel like at the core of it, the Druid belief isn't about adventure. It's about balance.
Fair.
You do things as they come to you, and then you go back to, I guess,
That's fair.
whatever.
That's fair.
Not,
For
whatever it is.
Walden,
I don't know.
yeah. For Walden, there's a
Equilibrium, I guess.
possibility, but it's not super likely. It would have to be like, there would have to be a specific calling, like either Walden is like feels the need to protect a community, or that Walden has like a deep connection to a person or a location or something that isn't connected to adventuring or is fairly stationary. That would be enough for Walden to stop. But I think if none of that happens, I think that would be the only thing. I don't think there's anything else that could get Walden to stop traveling and going around the world and doing shit.
Hmm.
I would say it would be similar for me. I don't think I'd go looking for adventure, but if some, I feel like, and it's probably the same for Walden. If something fell on our doorsteps, we're not going to ignore it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a young elf. I have a lot of life, so in that aspect, it's like, yeah, if a place needs me for like 50 years to keep it safe, then what's 50 years? You know what I mean? Like it's fucking nothing. I lived for like 500 some odd fucking years more. So yeah, to that, if you make it an adventure, like that's the idea for Seto. Like he refuses for anything in his life henceforth not to be an adventure, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah. No, it does make sense. It does.
it's got him.
Is-
Oh, sorry.
Is there anywhere in the world that you'd like to visit now that you've seen a map of the continent? And I believe you guys have that in your journal tab if you want to refresh it.
To be honest,
I
it would
do
be the other
see
continent.
this.
Yeah.
Just, 'cause we know what's here, but like over to that other section across the sea, I got nothing. I don't know what that is. I would be interested in that.
Right. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty much the same. I would say the one main exception is I definitely do want to see, and this is probably already in your thing, uh, what's going on with the big mountain to the west, and that gray area, because we don't know pretty much anything about that. But I'm curious about that, but also, yeah, primarily like if in terms of like where would Walden travel after this shit is done, definitely to like other continents and around the world and sailing and shit.
Oh, in a after this adventure kind of way.
Kind of both, really.
Oh, because I mean, the immediate answer is Pafe. Like that's
Mm.
he's kind of wanted to go there for a little while, but that's just not how things have lined up in matter of priority. But when they get a little free time, that's going to be his little push to where it was. But for after campaign, fucking Spelljammers.
Spelled it from the space sky.
Right? Like what's next for fucking space? Like like everything's an adventure.
Yeah.
He'll find his
What
way
is
there.
it, Orko?
This Toriko. I like that. What about Jorg? Where would Jorg go?
Where would Jorg want to go? Let's. God damn.
In that sarcophagus.
No. I really wanted to know what the fuck was in that back room, but
You
I
and
think
me
it was
both. Oh.
Walden that mentioned the mountain area, or was that Steve?
That was
I
Warden.
mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, the mountain area. That is like first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, nice. I am writing these down, don't worry. Does your character have any deep fears?
Any what?
Deep fear.
Deep fear.
Well, one of them has already come up for Walden.
Nice. Jorg Sloth. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you remember, because there was that moment
Oh, yeah.
where Walden had the thought of like, oh, I think it was like Steve could have potentially died in a trap, because there was that like we were in that cave when we were looking for Bolt, and then the floor fell out, and then Steve was alone, trapped in the middle of like a lot of danger. But Walden didn't even know that much at first. But there was like, oh, Steve could have fallen into like a hole and get impaled by spikes and died, and that like triggered almost like a panic attack in Walden of like losing a charge, losing somebody that he's been sworn to protect, and like having that deep failure of duty is a huge fear.
Oh, but when Seto nearly dies, it doesn't matter. I see.
You have not nearly died, bro. Like, be real.
I had to have Goliath shove a Goodberry down my face.
See, I think that was early enough in the campaign that Walden didn't necessarily see it like I'm actively protecting you.
I'm just fun, and honestly, that's like beautiful. I really like that you have this connection to the thing, and that fear was manifest. I'm sorry, I'm in a silly mood today.
You're good.
What about
that's definitely Walden's main fear.
Yeah. I like how that characteristic of Walden has kind of evolved. Like, so rather than it being like charges he's given, it's charges he's given himself. Like he's becoming more and more like self purpose fulfilling, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Seto's still afraid of failure, I think is the best way to put it. Like failure / inadequacy. That's
Mhm.
why no matter what season, there's always a misdirect, like be it spring, just the kind of flighty whatever, like everything's a joke kind of thing. Summer is everything serious, or like not necessarily serious, but like more passionate, I guess.
Mhm.
Winter is more like avoidance and like you know what I mean. Like he all he does to hide his inadequacies and the feelings that he has of like just being a failure because he like just always have had it. You don't
Mhm.
grow up having to steal everything that you have without feeling like maybe I'm doing something wrong. So that's his biggest thing, and like it's why this he over exaggerates his successes and like gets so down when he fails and things like that. I've tried to do that a little bit. I don't know if it's come along, but that those are his things.
Yeah, no, fair. What about Steve?
There's a handful of things that's happened in this campaign that's just kind of fucked Steve up. Just just like the whole thing with my hometown being attacked in so many different unknown ways. So
Mm.
I guess a fear of the unknown, which is why I'm always trying to like look around everything and figure out what's going on, and just I guess immense loss. I guess because like especially
Mm.
when that big random shit was just sweeping all over the forest, I'm like I don't even know what this is. But like
Yeah,
I
no,
guess
that's fair.
just not being. I don't even know. I don't even know how to say it. I guess just loss and the unknown.
Yeah, kind of almost like change in a way as well.
Not change because like as a druid, like I get change, but like
Mm.
this massive sweeping like fucking everything's gone change. That's not
I
natural.
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that
Yeah,
makes sense. That makes sense. That
like
makes sense.
random Thanos bullshit. That scares me.
Yeah. So the next question is, does your character have a secret from the party that they don't know how to talk about yet?
Ooh,
So not stuff that you're kind of like hiding in your backstory still, but like stuff that like you're kind of waiting for the right moment right now to talk about, and you've not got there yet.
I'll tell you this: if I had one, I wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
So that's that.
That's it. Yeah, fair enough.
I would say, hmm,
Because I don't think Walden's actually said how far back in time they're from.
right, yeah.
Well,
Walden hasn't, and that's been partially because like the time frame hasn't like from when Walden was first created to now. That hasn't like the numbers haven't been super clear in my head, but outside and for as for like a secret that Walden has, I don't know if it's necessarily a full secret. Like Walden wouldn't bring this up, but if other people found out and then asked about it, I don't think he would avoid it. Like,
Mhm.
which is the like what happened to him the day, I can't remember if it was like the day before or like very soon before he originally uh 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 turned offline, which
Mm.
was he made a major mistake. He was in charge of escorting a scientist, I believe. I can't remember fully, but he made a major mistake, and not only did that scientist get assassinated, but all of the other Waldens under his charge were destroyed. And it was specifically because of a choice that Walden made. And there's a lot of shame and a lot of regret around that. So it's not something Walden's going to bring up. But if it is like found out and asked about, uh, I don't think Walden would actively like avoid talking about it.
Hmm. Damn.
Ouch.
I do think that part of Walden's definitely going to go through, especially what's just happened in this session. I do think that it's probably going to come up in Hanka.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. I'm very excited for that to happen. To be fair.
Oh, was I right about the sword? Was it that the sword, the Fey test?
Yes.
Okay. You said the sword, but I acknowledged it at the time, but I wasn't 100% that we were.
Yeah. Sorry. I had a lot to cover in that.
I'm mostly
period,
just
but-
happy I took the right note. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's fair. So what about Jorg?
So I will say off the top of my head, there's nothing really that I've been hiding secret wise from the group that I'm
Mhm.
not comfortable with sharing just yet. Now, there was stuff that I was trying to add to the backstory just for more details. I was actually talking to Valen and my friend Chad about when he came over.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I wanted to add, just like after certain abilities, were quote unquote unlocked and shit. But so an idea that got thrown out was, and I really liked it. It was a great idea. That I was a barbarian that had magic abilities, and I was looked down upon in my village.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's gonna
And
tie in nicely, actually.
And that was part of the reason why I left, also because I didn't have any family back home, but just friends.
Hmm.
That's cool as hell.
I like that. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
a note of that. Yeah.
Valen threw that idea out there, and it's been stuck in my head since. It was a great fucking idea.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I think your stuff's gonna work out really well, actually, because it kind of ties into that theme. So I'm really happy to hear that. What about Seto?
Can you repeat the question?
Secret stone.
A secret a secret that you've been kind of on the fence about telling the party, kind of thing.
His reasons for wanting to go to the most the most pressing one would be his reason for wanting to go to Perth. No, fuck. That's
Faith.
Faith. Thank you.
Perth, Australia.
Yeah, I know. Fuck me. But yeah, why he wants to go to Paith, the reason behind it is it's connected to who he thinks, I guess is the best way to put it, are his parents and parentage, because he hasn't had a whole parenty life, So that's the reason he wants to go. Is, yeah, but he hasn't really had the everything. Like I said before, everything's had more pertinent priority. That's the word I was looking for. It was higher priority. So and like I said, he mostly jokes around, and this is something serious. So he doesn't 100% know how to address it in that way. So, but yeah. So basically, that and his assumed parentage, which is probably going to happen if and when we get to go to Paith.
Yeah, there'll definitely be things there. It could come up sooner depending what happens, but it's really the thing about the parentage stuff is some characters have innate connection to the major overarching plot, and some characters have a more subtle role to play in the overarching plot, but everyone does have a dual level of what just happened thing that's going on. It's just
That's gonna be crazy.
Jorgs was the best one to fit into this part of what was going on. It just made the most sense.
Yeah.
Because Walden's is going to be coming up in Hanka. And I think, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Zoe's got an idea of some of what it is. Yeah.
Honestly,
So-
like, even if my stuff never came up, I'd still be happy as a pig and shit because this game is so much fucking fun.
I'm so happy to hear this.
Like, honestly, like,
They're just the best.
Yeah.
I've been trying my best to kind of take note of moments I enjoy in podcasts to understand why I enjoy them and kind of implement it more.
and I don't want this to sound negative, but it feels like you were really just on it this game. Like,
Yeah, I had a plan. I'd
you
had
were-
this part planned out for weeks, so it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Nice.
And so, like,
All right.
like-
But yeah, like it just felt really good. Everything went so
So glad.
well. It clicked. Like there was like really funny moments. I got to like use failure for fun and like all
Yeah.
that shit. Like it was a really good time.
I would say real quick, my favorite moment definitely was like that, like me popping open the sarcophagus and then getting fucked up for two reasons. One, because it was really cool to roleplay through, but two, I could tell as soon as when I was like, oh, I have this theory of what's going on. Like I could tell you had like a very minor reaction of like, oh.
Fuck my life.
Oh, it was honestly, there's just bravissimo, bravo.
Me trying not to give myself away, unfortunately, is the way I give myself away.
Right? Like you just go.
No.
It was great. It was wonderful.
Oh my
That's so
god.
funny.
I should also say one more note. Do you have any more questions? I don't want to keep it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do one more, and then we'll do the others next time, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I feel like it kind of ties into what we were just talking about. Are there any memories you have from the campaign that you still think about now?
The whole fucking thing.
So many. Are you kidding me? Jumping over to save the people. Come on out, I'll save you. Oh fuck. It's a trap I fell into. Hook, line, and sinker. Oh shit, I'm dead now. This is great. This is wonderful. Like, that was so well done. Like, that was... It sucked, obviously, for me, because, like, I got pin-cushioned, but, like, that whole sequence of how everything happened was amazing. It really was. Like, it was pure D&D, and, like, the DM letting failure happen, which is an important part of D&D. And it's... I do... Even though, like I said, I kind of got, like, the bad part of that. It's one of my favorite parts. You know what I mean?
fair.
I bring it up all the time, as you've noticed. And
So I'm thinking.
I one of the
Wally's
things that
note.
always gets me,
Hmm.
and it really has been pervasive throughout the entire thing, is that as when I'm playing a druid, I'm able to solve things without violence. And especially like that first time when people were gonna fuck up some mushrooms, and I'm like, bro, they're just mushrooms. Like, I've never played in a D&D campaign where like this is my persona. So just the fact that it worked and it continues to work in certain situations, just fucking gold.
Yeah.
I love
really-
the fact that when it is applicable, it just feels so right.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to make sure that we had a balance of not having to be forced into combating everything, but also not talking our way through every situation. So you got this kind of balance of having the capacity for things to go either way, right? So like, because sometimes things can go either way. Sometimes things are going to be a combat in an adventure, and sometimes things could have been a conversation and become a combat. So I wanted to make sure anything that was an encounter and not a combat. So that the main kind of idea I have with anything that's not preset out to be like a boss fight, for instance, is that it has the capacity to go either way. So no, I'm really glad that that's important to you, because that mattered to me when I was writing it. What about? No, I'm glad. What about Zoe? How do you feel about your kind of fonder memory?
So I already mentioned the one memory, and that does come up every so often. That was like a great like solidifying character moment for me, where it was like I'd had that backstory since before we started, of that very basic. There was like a lot of details missing, but of like because I for this character, I was like, I'm not gonna make a huge thing. There's these little prompts in the character like creator, whatever, that you
Mhm.
can kind of roll for, that I did, which had, and I was connected to soldier, which was the option that I chose, and one of them was like this kind of regret thing. So just like I did like a very basic thing. We talked a little bit about you kind of work where Walden was from, but I kept it very simple because I was like, I'm not going to put huge amount of like mental energy into this because I've got a bunch of other shit going on, and like this is to relax, kind of thing. And that was kind of like, the thing, but like that moment of like, oh, this fits way too well with this very basic idea in my character's backstory, worked like just hit me like a truck in that moment of like, this is what this character is, this is like how this character feels, and it was so much stronger than a lot of other like, and then pretty much anything up until that point in terms of like solidifying that character. Other great moments, I would say, in terms of like, because I had known Valen for a bit, but we hadn't interacted like a gigantic amount before this. And it's the same with Sage, but like Sage even like less so. Like I think we maybe talked like once or twice,
like
before.
literally,
yeah. And then I didn't know Joe or Mike at all, and so I think one of the things that was best for me in this was, right at the beginning, we're hanging out in the tavern and we're just kind of shooting shit together, and we're having some fun, and like there was a moment of like, I'm role playing how Walden could potentially get drunk off of like the alcohol burning up and then steaming and then fucking with circuitry, and
you
like,
are sticky now. This is what you think it means to be drunk,
right? And like it was that from you, and there was like the original idea from Seto, and then like the encouragement from others, and it was just kind of like this great moment of like, nothing's really happening here, but it made me feel a lot more comfortable in the space, and that was really good. And then I think what kind of the thing that got me attached to the campaign in a more realistic way was and this will be the last memory, because I could list off fucking 100 of these, but I'll stop here. Is when during the attack on the village, and we go into the hole and we drop down and we see the fucking like dozen bolts and the fucking guy there, and we're like, okay, we're fucked, we have to leave right now, kind of moment of like, we're way out of our depth, this is immediate danger, and there's nothing we could do about it. That got me so immediately like into like, okay, how are we going to fix this moving forward, and getting attached to like a larger campaign idea. And like, because like the stuff with the Titans up until that point was like interesting, but it's like, oh, we're just kind of going along for a ride. Now it's like, we have a mission, we have a thing to do, and it is important, and that solidified that so well for me.
Nice. Yeah, I think I definitely, because this is the first major campaign I've ever run, right? This is the first homebrew I've ever run as well. So it did take me a little while to find how I was going to get you guys to interact with the major overarching plot, especially when your backstories came from a place that didn't really know the world very well, because obviously it's homebrew. I'm really fucking happy with the reaction to Jorg stuff today because it means that I'm on the right track with how to involve you guys and your backstories in with what's happening. So that was such a relief. But hearing that like those situations that I've like planned out to have that tension and have that fear element without it feeling like stress, you know what I mean? And to hear they're successful, that's fucking heartwarming, not gonna lie. So to see us out, Joe, what is your favorite memory from the campaign so far?
So one of the first things that stands out to me memory wise was when we all literally just, I think within 4 or 5 turns, we had that massive boss fight and we just crushed that shit. That's one of
The
very
fucking
first-
troll. Was that the troll?
where I think Zoe got really big. She did
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Oh, that!
The
Yeah.
fucking
She did
flame
this thing where
tornado.
She like burnt the fuck up and she got huge and she just eliminated so many enemies in one attack.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was
That's
dope.
one of the very
That was
first
super
things
dope.
that sticks out to me. Another one was after I'd been gone for a couple weeks because I had a lot of shit going on in my life,
Mm.
and then I came back to that one fight where Valen was almost fucking dead because he had gotten poisoned, and we fucking threw the berry to fucking save his life.
Dude, no, that was when I wasn't poisoned. I got jumped. That was the same thing. After I got shanked him up, you had to run up there and save me by jamming a good berry in my face. Because I was like 2 saving throws down. Like, I was gone. But you, like, yeah, that was, yeah, you saved my life. Like,
Yeah,
things
but
that
those
I
are
forget.
the first 2 things that come to mind.
Nice, yeah. That was,
Well, that was really good feedback. I fucking love you guys. Hopefully there will be more, maybe if I say maybe different memories when we next go through these, because my plan is to have these questions kind of at the very end of the campaign. To see what's changed, to see how the characters have grown. Because I think that'll be interesting, which is why I'm doing it now when we're at the halfway point. But that is the official close of the first half of the saga.
Cool.
So thank you for playing.
that is so...
Real quick, one more thing I want to say. During these questions, I know we kind of pushed back the level up to kind of like deal with the story thing. I am almost 100% certain now of what direction I'm going to go in just based off of these conversations for whatever comes in. Like, because I know the general paths that are going to be open to me, and this is solidified where Walden's character is for that. So I know where I'm going to multi-class. So if y'all want to do level ups now, I can do it now as well. I'm going to go
sweet.
Ranger.
I thought that might be the case.
You're gonna go what?
Ranger.
Ranger. Ooh.
Ranger
Ooh,
Bar.
okay.
I am gonna get going because I'm
That's
not gonna
fine.
it's y'all. I'm fighting off.
No, it's
sleeping
okay.
right now.
You
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
sleep
yeah.
and heal.
But
Hot water bottle.
Yeah, I can
Yes.
help you throughout the week. Like, I got your
That
back like
sounds
a butt
great.
crack, baby. You know how that works.
I
Yeah.
do also want to go. I'm very hungry.
Yeah, we can. All right, we can level up, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Let's
that'll be
level up.
another time.
Yeah, we
Well,
can
in
just-
between.
yeah.
We'll do that in between.
yeah, let's
Alright.
level up next week for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with waiting. I know what I'm doing, but we can start it off that way next time.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get going. I'm fucking tired.
Love, peace, and chicken
We love
grease.
you.
Oh,
Yes.
You still
Sage,
streaming?
I would like to talk with you before you leave. Is that
That's
okay?
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You're still streaming.
Roll with them 20s
Oh,
or
shit.
one.
Remember, life happens